You're gonna have to come up with your own. If you're gonna be a captain, you have to have your own.
I like do it.
Nope.
What's wrong with do it?
It's 2/3 of Nike's slogan for, I don't know, 25 years.
What's more important, Nike or the Federation? Federation. Fuck Nike. You think Nike exists in the 21st century? No, sir. They do not. All right. Well, what was yours?
How do we look?
Go.
I think it would be and go, for being honest.
And go. Would you do knife hand?
Yeah.
And go.
I don't know that I would. No, that's different. Because I think it would be 2 fingers.
Oh, okay. And go.
Yeah.
All right. Whatever. I could see.
No, that doesn't feel right, though.
I could see you with the pike.
It doesn't feel right. The pike hair.
I'm gonna pick like three versions of his hair for Halloween for you one year, but you have to wear one of these. So pick which one you want.
My hair's not big enough for that.
Doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. We'll get you big.
It would have to be substantially longer.
Big pike hair.
I need to move it over.
Grow that shit out.
So I can turn to you and still be on mic.
Yeah,
See, that's important.
Just grow that shit out.
Yeah.
I think.
I tried that. It gets squirrely
see
fast.
that, but this is before we saw the pike look. I think the pike look is the answer.
Yeah.
For you. I think that's the.
Do you know how
like
much product I would need to accomplish that?
That big like poofy one he has, where it's like off to the side, like a peak of a mountain. Like I think that's the one for you.
Seriously, the amount of product would be unheard of.
Be awesome though.
I'd have to get like the Hollywood hair redo.
That's fine.
Like the plugs or whatever it is their secret is.
Totally worth it.
You know, like I love that when a balding celebrity shows up and they have like ridiculous hair.
Jimmy Carr.
Jimmy Carr. Yeah.
The master of puppets.
I was watching on YouTube. There was it was like all the times that Jimmy Carr couldn't hold it together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them
the
are.
The one old guy in black is hilarious.
Which one?
I don't know his name.
Oh.
Some British guy.
Okay. Is it one of the game shows he's on?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. It's either the best of the year or it's the 8 out of 10 cats.
It's 8 out of 10 cats. I think.
Oh, dude, I love.
But there's one guy, and like he got really crass really fast, and Jimmy Carr could not hold it together.
The best one on that is when Jimmy Carr's like, "So, what have you been looking to other than glory holes?" And the whole fucking audience just loses it. He's like crying. He's like, I'm sorry, that was just so rude." He's like holding a tear.
No, this is kind of what it was, right? Because it was like a competition, and he's like, and then I made it to the Worlds, and I lost to, and he named someone that I don't know, and they all just lost it. It's like,
I don't care what anyone says. 8 out of 10 cats does countdown is hilarious. Like that's my favorite British show.
I don't know if I've ever seen it. What do we got? What did Bowman send us? Logging in. I haven't heard anything yet.
It's like if celebrities did The Price is Right. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Except for it's with math and letters. So it's like Celebrity Scrabble.
They hadn't even gotten to that part yet. Like they didn't even start the game.
The best part about that is like there's two versions. There's Countdown.
Yeah.
Which is like the Price is Right for British TV.
Yeah.
It's on every day at 2:00. Old ladies watch it. They love it. Okay. And then there's 8 out of 10 Cats, which is like one of their versions of Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
But like all comedians. And then for some reason they put the two together where they just have the comedians do the daytime game show. And it's ridiculous.
I think we can go a little bit higher than this. What do you think?
Like at an angle? I mean, that's a good angle.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it like relative to, it's still not quite eye line for us because we lean back so far.
It's fair. There's Christian.
Hey, Christian, what's going on?
Men of culture have entered the chat.
What man of culture has entered the chat?
It says men.
I don't know that we can accuse this room of being cultured.
Or men.
Very cultured.
I mean, I wasn't going to say that, but whatever.
Someone had to jump on that grenade.
Casey pulling the Woody Allen jokes all of a sudden. The most self-deprecating humor ever.
Woody Allen's the guy with the glasses, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The New York.
Yeah.
The New York sense of humor, as it were, if this were the West Wing.
Oh. Oh, well, I'm from Connecticut, so that doesn't really bother me.
What was it? Do you know what we call from Connecticut? I'm not gonna say it because I don't want it get dinged. Do you remember that episode?
Yes, I think so.
Protestants.
Protestants.
Looks like Bowman's in.
Yeah, he's asking to join. He's around somewhere.
Yeah. You hear us?
No.
Technical difficulties.
It's fine. I can hear you. You can hear me. That's all that matters.
You there?
Nope.
Hello.
Yeah, so one of the times when Jimmy Carr lost it, because they're like, I don't think you could sing. Your voice is terrible. And he's like, I have a great voice. And he just jumps into it, and then he finishes, and someone goes, quick, Moon River.
Moon River. And then for the rest of that, they're like, he so badly wants to sing. Like, you're just dogging on him the whole time about that. It's so funny.
And he tries to sing Moon River, and he just can't get into it.
He's just dying of laughter every time. It's so good. I love that.
So summer's here, minus our little hurricane.
First of all, that was a hurricane, a snowstorm, a possible tornado warning.
Was there a tornado warning?
And rain. I wouldn't be surprised. There probably was.
There was lightning, which surprised me.
Lightning and frogs. And
It came in fast.
Yeah, and then it was just gone.
Yeah, the whole South Lake
typical Tahoe
obliterated.
It's just every possible weather you could think of, and then all of a sudden it's just sunny. And
we made the national news.
Yeah, well,
we probably made international news. They're like locusts and rabbits, or locusts and frogs in beautiful South Lake Tahoe.
Revelations has hit South Lake Tahoe. Possible dragons in the area. Stay away, heathens.
Oh, I hear heavy breathing and shuffling.
I got part of it, looks like. Cameron, you there?
Yeah, so California's going to get it end of July. Christian. Eagle Rare 12.
Ooh.
It's expected to be in market here in end of July. Nevada, it'll be in Vegas probably 2 weeks before that. We'll see it about the same time, maybe a week after on the Nevada side.
So in 7 days, he's going to get it in Texas?
Is that what he's saying?
Is that what it says?
I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all. Texas gets stuff before we do. A lot of the stuff, anyway. Not that it'll be easier to find in Texas, Christian.
Ooh, burn. Ooh,
I'm going to end up having to send him bottles.
Ooh.
I'm curious about it. A little higher proof.
I would like
not
to
a
try
ton
it.
higher proof, but a little higher proof.
I'm down. It's Eagle Rare.
Yeah. I mean, Eagle Rare is really good. It's got, like, the oak in Eagle Rare is really good. It's not overdone. I'm excited about the 12-year. I mean, you don't see Buffalo Trace. And they also added an E.H. Taylor, though not the Buffalo, not the barrel proof, but they added an E.H. Taylor to BTAC.
Oh.
So it's getting a sexy, skinny, clear bottle like the rest of BTAC.
Ooh, fancy.
But it's like a 100 proofer
Oh.
with a bunch of age on it.
That's boring.
I know.
That's boring.
It is kind of boring.
I believe I see it. It's just not what these guys were saying.
Oh, yeah. That is going to be there. I mean, for whatever, Eagle Rare is really hard to find in Texas, yeah? What the hell is he doing?
I think it's raining.
Not sure what's going on.
Is it raining? Are you running a faucet? What's happening?
That's rain. Or a dishwasher.
Can he hear us yet?
Negative.
I am.
It's
You got to change the
camera,
audio.
turn on the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you got to change the audio.
You there?
In the thing.
Turns out we're on mute.
Mute. Old pirate bourbon.
Would be funny.
Cheers, friends and community. Arr.
What's going on? I don't know who Old Pirate Bourbon is, but I like it.
Oh, it's pirates that drink bourbon.
These are the classier pirates.
Is it Roadcaster
Yar.
Pro chat or is it the main multi-track?
The main chat you want. Not the mixed chat.
Christian, what's going on in Texas other than it being 100 degrees and like 300% humidity? It's not an entirely unreasonable proposition in Cambodia.
That's so legit what it sounds like. Man's got a point.
Oh, it's terrible when we're laughing at Cameron's expense and he can't hear us.
He disconnected. I was working on it, and he just said, "Nope."
Oh, okay.
Don't make me go on another one.
Oh, he's doing it again.
Is he?
Hopefully. Or he's just checking out. It was too much work.
Too much.
Too much work.
Too much work.
Too hard.
Too hard.
Not good.
What he said.
So what else is going on? We're trying to start wars, apparently.
We're not trying to start a war. This is the opposite of that.
Is it?
Yes, if we wanted to start a war, we would have shipped them bacon. We didn't. We dropped bombs. There's a difference.
Might have been more effective.
We tactically removed a nuclear weapons plant, allegedly, and another one, allegedly, and another one, allegedly. Because those things were going to expire, and like milk, you got to use it before it expires.
I'm immediately thinking of a movie quote, and I don't know what it is.
I can tell you. John Travolta, Christian Slater. We got ourselves a broken arrow.
No, fuck off.
Yeah, that's right. That's a gem right there.
No,
You
no,
know
no.
it.
It's Morpheus in the first Matrix.
What?
Marveled at our own whatever and gave birth to AI, except in this case, AI is bacon.
Mm. So instead of holding up a battery, he would hold up like a little hot dog link.
Yeah.
A little cocktail weenie. He would have been like, "This is what we've been turned into."
No, I'm thinking if you want to introduce bacon to Iran, I don't even know.
I just figured that would be.
Does that even work for their? Yeah, they're.
I just again, we're going to send bacon if we're starting a war. That's what we're gonna do. Marks our territory.
Bacon?
Yeah, it's like putting up a McDonald's.
I don't think we invented bacon.
It doesn't matter. We use it more than anybody else. Who invented bacon if we didn't?
What we could drop. Does White Castle do a frozen bacon cheeseburger?
I mean, they could. It's White Castle.
Yeah, because you could just drop those frozen White Castle packs in mass over.
like leaflets.
Yeah.
It's frozen
No, it's
White
exactly right.
Castle burgers coming out of the sky. Oh, America's feeding us. No, it's White Castle.
just instructions on it.
Please microwave.
No. It'd be instructions to cook on the engine block of a Toyota Hilux.
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, that'd be just wrap in tinfoil. Find heat source. Wrap in tinfoil.
We'd have to also have to drop tinfoil.
I mean, the
Well,
way
that's what the leaflets are for.
you could do it a different
Leaflets
way.
on tinfoil. Just on the back of the instructions, just wrap it. Like,
You're like, oh, now I gotta file those burgers.
It's that line tinfoil, so it
Yeah.
doesn't stay. You just,
Yeah, just ta-da. We're feeding people. That's what we're doing. Actually, you could probably cook it on the heat coming off the radioactive zone now. You can just go over there and ta-da.
too soon.
No? It's not Chernobyl.
Yeah, you're fine.
Chernobyl.
I agree.
Sorry.
Is he trying to get back in?
I'm waiting for him.
I mean, I wouldn't stress it. If he tries to get back in, he'll get back in.
We got technical difficulties going on today.
Oh, he's going to try and log back in. I spoke too soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said that, and I haven't seen him
Okay.
populate in there yet. Of course, he doesn't have that computer.
So I decided
issue.
to go and make my life a lot harder. I
You
don't
started to-
foresee days off anytime soon.
You started to learn how to knit.
Yep.
Yeah. You strike me as a knitter.
You should try for crocheting. A lot easier.
Sweaters.
He comes out an expert in every weapon produced in the last 40 years. He knows every martial art. And I come out.
As a seamstress?
That's lost on almost everybody watching this.
It's just such a generic line. He'd be like, "What is that from?" It's gonna hit people. Don't worry.
All right, so it's baseball season. I'm gonna start us off. I'm gonna take some shots here.
All right, so it's time. It's time to watch the greatest baseball movie of all time.
Knew that was coming. Knock it the fuck off.
Hey, Matthew McConaughey's in that.
Greatest baseball movie of all time.
Yeah.
And it's not that one. Honestly, what's the greatest baseball movie of all time?
Sandlot.
No.
Sandlot's very good.
We
have no. I say this. We have no sports left but baseball until like August.
I like Field of Dreams. Field of Dreams is a good one for
Does
me.
I'm
Field
not
of Dreams
entirely
count
sure.
as a baseball movie?
It's purely a baseball film.
It's really more of a dad movie.
Well, yeah.
Wait, go back to you. I want to make sure you're in focus.
Last week I wasn't. So,
See,
I mean, we'll
I know
see.
it was bad all
Hang on,
the whole show.
Hang on.
It wasn't that
Me,
bad.
me and Christian
Yeah, you're
have
in
the
good
right
focus.
answer for the record there. It's,
Yeah,
clear,
what was
it's
that?
clearly Major League.
Major League.
Yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's Major League.
It is not Major League, but Major League is also very good.
All right, then For the Love of the Game.
No. No.
Basketball? Major League 2, Back to the Minors?
Do you just want to keep going?
Yes.
How much more garbage can you introduce to this conversation?
10 times more.
Josephus had a league of their own.
I know. Josephus is trying to start shit. And he's doing a better job of it than you are, if I'm being honest.
Is it Bull Durham
It's Bull Durham.
or the rookie?
No, it's Bull Durham.
Little Big League?
I'll take the Sandlot over all of it. It's Bull Durham.
Wow, you take the Sandlot over Little Big League?
It's Bull Durham.
Little Big League has that really hilarious math solving problem with Ken Griffey Jr. That's hilarious.
Still Bull Durham.
Unbelievable. Over For the Love of the Game?
Yes.
Both of them have Kevin Costner.
Yes.
You
but
hear
Bull
us
Durham's
now?
better.
All right.
Hey, the elephant's back.
You there? Hey, there you are.
What is going on in the background? Oh, it's gone now.
He's outside.
Is there are you next to a fountain?
Must be.
Oh, is that what that is?
1,500
If you
fish?
scroll back a ways, you can see what Christian said it was. There we go, Christian. Sandlot and Bull Durham.
The rookie?
No.
Which rookie?
The rookie.
Rookie of the year?
No.
That's
I
not
did
in the
this-
talk either?
I specifically did this before Cameron got in because he's not going to care at all. Like, in the genre of movies Cameron has never seen, baseball movies are probably near the top of the list.
What's that one
The
called?
with all the women.
Oh.
Oh, look, it's a
It
Cameron.
was
I know, I gotta adjust
Madonna
it and
was
figure
in
this
it.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Madonna
was
was
Rosie
in it
O'Donnell.
and stuff.
Casey,
Oh,
it's only
God.
giving you half screen.
That's
And,
why I've
um,
never watched it.
And the redhead. The
But
one
you-
that was supposedly could actually play baseball. Gina
Huh.
something or
And then
other.
Yes.
there's Sandlot. Sandlot?
Sandlot.
That's like the Goonies of baseball kid movies or something.
Yes. Much like the Goonies, but they play baseball.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds about as boring as possible.
Oh, what about Brewster's Millions?
What? No, I don't know what that is. What in the fuck is going on here,
Technically,
Kevin?
there's baseball.
I'm fixing your face because I don't
Just
have my
because-
laptop.
just
I'm
because-
running on a different one.
Baseball exists in the movie. Holy hell.
What have you done?
Just because
What have you done?
I wanted to horrify everybody.
just because baseball exists in the movie doesn't make it a baseball movie. We've had this discussion many, many times about other genres. Oh, it's the dog in Sandlot.
Yeah.
Ty Cobb.
No, it's the dog in Sandlot.
No, that's not a villain. That's a dog.
He's a hero.
He's the hero of the movie. That's right.
No, because before they meet the dog, he's like 12 feet tall and can jump over the fence and swallows their baseball's whole.
That's right.
Isn't James Earl Jones the guy who lives in the house?
Yes.
Peter.
Is it the same guy from Field of Dreams?
Yeah. No. Like, as in the same guy?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
False.
How do you know?
Because I know.
I don't know.
Knock it off.
Come on. Could be.
Dude, you and
Yeah,
this like
baseball
shared
is
universe
bad.
shit can stop it. Bull Durham. In case you're asking or care at all, Cameron, the answer is Bull Durham.
Oh, I forgot about Moneyball. Wait a minute, Moneyball.
Moneyball is very good.
Yeah. But I guess, does that count as a baseball movie?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, it's kind of a tragic baseball movie in that the A's have still never, or Billy Beane has still never won the last game of the season.
Well, maybe he will in Sacramento now. Maybe there's some Sacramento hope.
I think he owns part of the team now. Yeah, the crowds would have overlapped far better. Like, the demographics would have worked out better.
Oh, they did. It's called Angels in the Outfield.
Christian, we did mention Field of Dreams. My contention is that Field of Dreams is not purely a baseball film.
It's a dad film. Also a film about farming.
Barely. It's actually a film about not farming.
It's a film about him keeping his house essentially and not losing it.
And the
people come-
farm.
Yeah,
Well,
the
first it was the farm.
yeah.
They wanted him to sell the fields.
Yeah.
And then not selling the fields led to also losing the house.
It's like Money Pit, but serious.
Cameron, what's going on? Are you still off?
Yeah, I'm gonna be off for a while until for quite a while, but I can tell a lot off the nose and then have other people taste it around me.
Okay.
So
Why don't you
I
just
did get to
spit?
taste the gin. I could do that. That's possible too.
I mean, that's what I do at
yeah, I'm looking
tastings
at-
right now.
Well, I'd probably get looking at maybe having Compote rum. Compote is a town down in a village down in the south, and apparently they have pretty good rum. So I'm gonna talk to their rep and see if we can get tasting going there.
I thought
Just
it was a
kinda
sweetened
select-
berry mixture.
No, not unfortunately no, but I mean fortunately no. But who is Old Pirate Bourbon?
I don't know. New to the chat.
Hi, Old Pirate Bourbon. Oh, also Christian. I haven't had a chance because you haven't been in the podcast for a minute, but I wanted to send my condolences to Ben and his family because I hear he's still struggling with the lung issue. That's pretty crazy. I hope he gets better. I hope he gets a lung transplant.
I don't know anything about
right.
this.
Ben Askren. He was the former
Yeah,
welterweight
no, I know who
champion
you're
of.
talking about. I just don't know. I didn't know there were issues.
Yeah, he went in with severe pneumonia and his lung collapsed apparently, and it looks like he might need a lung transplant. So hopefully somebody out there
Jesus.
jumps in and gives him one. He's only like 40 something, so even for champions, life is short. Can be. Hopefully not his. Hopefully he gets better. But yeah, send my best to Amy in that.
Well, I'm sure it's true for fighting too. If you look at the average lifespan of football players, it's like a decade and a half shorter than the average person. There might be some other reasons for that, but
Gear.
lifestyle choices.
Lifestyle choices.
They're 90.
Because they're not doing anything.
They don't. They have the same. I mean, I think they're healthier now than they were, but there was a lot of gear in WWE. A lot of gear. Who was? Wait, wasn't one of the? Was it the Steiner brothers?
The Steiners. They
Yeah,
were
didn't
on
one of
gear.
them pass away?
Yes, Scott Steiner's brother passed away.
Yeah.
I mean, the Von Ericksons went down that path.
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah. Famously, Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With did you guys see about John Jones just retiring out of the blue?
No, I didn't. But I mean, you only fight for so long, man.
Well, he was like ducking. It seems like he was ducking Tom Aspinall, because Jones is now the heavyweight champion, or was until yesterday, and he just seemed to drag on this fight with Tom Aspinall forever, and then all of a sudden just vacates the title out of nowhere and retires. And everybody's like, "What the hell is going on?" And then it comes out that he was in some kind of traffic altercation in New Mexico again. So this would be the first time he was drunk or he was high on coke and he hit a fucking pregnant woman in a hit and run, and he was able to get away with that. And then again, now he just has another one, so he just had to retire.
I know, I missed. I mean, I don't know why those guys get into fights outside of the ring.
Well, that was one thing I always liked about Chuck. He was always pro when it came to that. He never got into shit outside. He would get
including when
close.
people were coming at him.
Yeah. Well, he always had his guys, his 40 goons that hung out with him that would just like circle him out, get rid of him. He had the Prestons around, you know. Preston would be the one that got his hands dirty.
I mean, not always, dude. He had that one outside of Mother's where he basically just set the guy on the ground like 10 or 12 times in a row. Right. Yeah, but even then, once he was fighting professionally, like he didn't get into scraps outside of the cage.
Yeah, I mean, he was smart. Same with George St. Pierre and all that. And I mean, Chuck, he was never on the gear. That's for sure. He didn't need it.
No, that wasn't really his style. But the other thing about these guys, like, I don't know what they have to prove outside of the cage. Like, once you've seen them train and, like, in person, and you understand just how talented they are, like, they have nothing to prove to anyone. Like, that's a bad day for anybody that wants to get in that.
Partners that they bring in for soft sparring are going to whip ass on pretty much anybody, 80% of regular people in the street, you know?
Yeah, this is my point. Like, they don't need to fight anybody in the street.
Some people, it's a weird ego thing. I can't remember. There was one guy that was a bit of a loose cannon that was in the gym. I can't remember who it was. I know Hack Jr. was a bit of a loose cannon over that the Korean girl that he was dating forever, that worked at Marty's.
Yeah.
That he just kept cheating on. Just like kept cheating on her all the time, and then she'd cheat on him, and then he'd beat up the guy.
Yeah, but I mean,
like
you weren't getting away with anything with Hack unless you knew you.
Yeah, he was a weird one. That one, he could have been a star for sure, but he just He was like, nah, I think I'm all right. Yeah, bugs are fierce out today here.
Hey, what are you guys smoking?
I haven't lit up anything while I'm doing computer stuff real quick.
Okay, fine.
But I plan on
that's-
smoking.
Sounds like a you
It's
problem.
a sad, sad story you've got, Kevin.
It is. My world's smallest violin is being played as we speak right now. No, but I'm going to smoke the Edge all Nicaraguan.
Hey, it's the world's smallest cello. Thank you very much.
Would it be a cello?
Turns out the violin is in fact a violoncello. For the records, the world's smallest violin would also be a cello.
Thanks, Janelle. That's really helpful.
Cameron, am I wrong? I haven't seen Janelle in the chat. He would back me up, I think.
You would, mate. And the violoncello. Everything is a cello. It all comes from the cello. Cello is where it all begins.
Yeah. The
It's
violoncello.
that and the viola da gamba, which is the organ, the originator of the guitar mixed with the lute. Basically, it's like the viola da gamba fucked the lute, and then out came the guitar.
You mean the git fiddle?
Have you seen the Ganjo? It's a guitar banjo, like electric guitar banjo, and it's kind of nice.
So I'm smoking a Cusada 40th.
What?
The Cusada 40th.
Oh, that's the best one out of that.
It really is. That's why I
bundle.
picked it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Like, their band is really nice, and they look like really good cigars, but oftentimes I'm disappointed by them.
That's,
Not just me, right?
no,
They're kind of a disappointing
You look
cigar.
at it, you're like, oh yeah,
Said.
that's right.
And whiskeys, do we want to go over the whiskeys that Cameron doesn't have?
Yeah, let's rub
So
it in.
one is what's on your table.
Yeah.
It's a piggyback barrel pick that was gifted to me. It's a special barrel pick. It's an alpha barrel pick.
alpha, which means it's unreliable.
It's about $35, 35, $40. The number 3 is that Prideful Goat 8-year cast strength, which is
Oh,
about
yeah.
$90.
Okay.
And the one in the middle is the one in the middle.
Question mark.
Yeah. So the piggyback is finished in tea barrels and lychee barrels. Lychee barrels.
Lichity? Lichity? I don't know.
I have
what
no
that
idea.
is. Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know. Like Lichtee or something. Anyway, I opened it up. So this isn't a neck pour. I opened it up last week.
It's pretty good.
Is
if I'm
it?
being honest. I mean, it's got
got a
some
good
interesting
nose.
flavors.
Yeah, you can tell it's finished.
Yeah.
But it's got a good nose.
But I like it. Actually.
We'll have to add it to the rye side of the mysteries.
Yeah, that's right. There's a lot going on there, though, when you try it.
It has a really sweet note to it.
Yeah, it's sweet, but it's
It's got like a candied note to it.
good. I'm
This
surprised.
is the note I expect when I drink rum finished barrels or rum finished bourbons, and I never get it.
Well,
Like,
that's because
that's the sweetness I expect.
must
Never
be
get
the
it.
must be the Lichity barrel.
I did get it's a Worthy Park copper distilled 109 proof dark rum. I was playing around with floats for our slushy drink, and I was hoping that would be really good.
And
It's not quite as good as I'd hoped. Not for the price. I mean, it's like a $30 bottle, so I'd have to charge my price.
yeah.
So I'd have to charge a fair amount for it.
So back to the 151.
No, knock it off. No, we use Myers. It's what everybody wants is Myers.
Yeah,
We pay a little bit for. Blow fireballs.
Oh God.
I do remember that.
That just sounds painful.
That was definitely. Oh boy, American healthcare. It's every time I'd get strep throat, it would cost me like $4,000,
Oh no, where'd he go?
and then
I think that's on his side.
no, it's not on my side. I can see myself perfectly.
All right.
Yeah,
There it
beauty.
is.
Oh, I
That's
haven't.
Kevin's
We haven't.
new
The old
machine.
Fitz, Christian. The old Fitz 7-year is supposed to be a shelf stable product. I haven't seen it yet anywhere because everyone's buying it up, but it's supposed to keep coming. So at some point, it's going to be available.
For $65, I mean, try it.
It's supposed to be the companion. That's about what it's going to cost. Period. It's supposed to be a companion to the Heaven Hill 7-year bottled and bond. So, because Old Fitz is wheated, so one's the bourbon and one's the wheated bourbon,
Okay.
but it's the same distillery.
So it should be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I haven't tried it yet. When I see it for SRP, I will buy a bottle.
So a lychee is a fruit.
Is it fruit?
Yeah, it's a fruit. Lychee. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
What kind of fruit?
Uh,
Is it a stone fruit?
It's an interesting fruit. Let me,
So it is in fact a stone fruit. Anyway, I mean it's good. It's a good addition to a rye whiskey.
Yeah, I think I'd.
Ooh,
What? Was that two?
yeah,
so the fruit.
the two's good.
Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Do you get a chance to take a look at the bottle I sent you for the Khmer gin? What the notes are in it, Lane?
That's what the fruit looks like.
Yeah, that looked impressive. God, that looks like a pain in the ass to eat.
Oh yeah.
It is.
It's
It is
aggressive.
as advertised.
Like, how would you decide that that's a fruit you can eat? Look at that thing. It looks like it's gonna
Yeah, you
fight
should see.
back.
Look,
It's definitely gonna fight back.
like most of the questionable things that are eaten in the world, clearly ye old ancient episodes of Jackass where someone was like, "Hi, I'm ye old Johnny Knoxville, and this is a lychee fruit."
They use a slingshot to shoot it at each other. Because that looked like spikes, right? Yes.
Yeah.
They have a horrible smell, apparently.
They taste like rotting flesh, like
I
meat
thought they
that's gone on
they
for too
smelled
long.
like rotting flesh. Period.
Yeah.
They do. They smell fucking horrible.
Yeah.
They're disgusting.
See again.
How does it taste to you, Cameron?
like running flesh. But my ex Malika, she's from Cambodia. She absolutely fucking loves it.
And you were like,
And
"This is gross." P.S. This is gross.
I was just like, yeah, sure, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Why do you lie to
Anyway,
your
let's-
girlfriends, Cameron?
Why does any man lie to a woman?
I'm just asking.
It's just easier to tell
I
them what
think
they
this
want
might
to
be my
hear.
problem is that I don't lie to my girlfriends, and I should.
Sometimes you probably should. Little white lie's okay.
I say things and immediately go, "Oh, that was bad."
You do not have a filter. It's like when you think it just comes out. There's no filter.
Various Lane comments to his girlfriend and his friends' girlfriends through the years. That's for sure.
I'm not trying to be mean. For the record, they ask a question, I give them an answer.
I'm sad that I missed that one with my wife. That would have been hilarious to watch. Not gonna lie, would have been funny. I would have stayed in the house just to watch it. You
Okay, what
and
was
hers interaction.
Our interaction was fine,
It was
It was
hilarious.
not that fine.
except for the first part.
She found you to be an asshole, and you found her to be kind of a bitch.
No, not kind of.
Yeah. Casey was there for it.
I
Look, I thought we were going to the same place we went the last time. It was during COVID. We were trying to find a place to smoke. Kevin's like, "Come on down, we'll smoke in the garage." We said, "Sure." So I was like, I know how to get there. It's like same place we went last time.
I'm just gonna sit here.
So we go and we pull up. Turns out that's not Kevin's house. That's Kevin's parents' house, and his wife is there.
We're in the driveway for the record.
We just roll up.
We
you know?
just got out of the car.
Yeah, like not even turn the car off.
Casey was still sitting in the car.
Yeah, I was
Lane
in the
got
car,
out.
and Lane's like, "All right, cool, let's do this." And he's like, "I'm ready to smoke. I don't give a fuck." and then
I thought we were going to a
and-
friendly location.
and then Kevin's wife comes out and treats us like we're fucking Jehovah's Witnesses trespassing on her fucking lawn, trying to sell her Bibles and fucking vacuums.
Meanwhile, hold on. Meanwhile, one, she knew we were coming. Didn't know this, but she knew we were coming. Two, I asked for her husband.
yeah, yeah,
Like I knew the name, and she knew we were supposed to be there.
yeah. She's
Kevin
like,
who?
she's
And
like,
she's like, "Who are you?"
Who are you? What are you doing here? And Lane's like, "Well, we're looking to meet Kevin." And she's like, "Kevin who?"
I'm like, I don't know. He told us this address.
Actually, I sent him my actual address. He
Well,
never looked.
I didn't know that
Yeah,
though.
because I was
I
just
thought
like,
this was the address that was sent.
yeah,
to
I
us.
was
Myth.
like, "Oh, cool, Kevin just sent like in case I get lost, like I know where to go, like it's
And
fine."
she was like, "Oh, he's not here." And I was like, "Wait, so you know who I'm looking for?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, he's not
It-
here."
it
I'm like,
took-
"Then what was with all the
Yeah.
bullshit leading up to this?"
It took Lane every fiber of his being not to be like, "Bitch, of course you knew who the fuck we were talking about."
She didn't even realize who it was until Casey got out of the car and she saw Casey. She's like, "Oh, I know who that is."
When devices with
Oh, yeah.
your wife
It
in
was
the
just-
worst possible situation.
It was hilarious.
It was so good.
So her point of view is some assholes come rolling up. One of them gets out of the car, starts asking for me, and she's like, "I don't know who this is. I'm not going to tell him where my husband is." Mind you, I haven't been in that much trouble in a long time.
It's not like we look like federal agents. We didn't have matching windbreakers. Like what?
Yeah, it's not like. Listen,
Yeah, we were
get that.
we were casually dressed. If anything, he looked like a senator asking for your vote.
that is true. That's probably why she doesn't deal with voting. But like, she just knew that some asshole was asking about me and said, "No, I ain't gonna answer that." And then she saw Casey and she's like, "Okay."
We're here to support affordable housing and Second Amendment rights. Can I have your vote?
Legitimately, it was 30 seconds away from being fucking Waco. Okay, like I thought it was going down.
Anyway,
The next couple of interactions after that were a little awkward for him and her.
Still,
Especially
your
when she
wife
came
is
home.
Still salty about that. Like, come on.
Listen, she's I don't know how to say this without sounding sexist, but she's a woman. She can hold a grudge.
It's your wife you're talking about.
I know she can hold a grudge.
I'm getting us matching windbreakers next time we go down there. We're gonna
Oh, that's gonna be funny.
put DEA on the back or something.
The best part is she knew. I told her. She knew Casey
That's-
was gonna come down.
That's the thing.
She knew it was you.
She knew. She should have been expecting.
She just she just didn't know what you look like. Mind you, she met you like once or twice before that.
Yeah.
It
Anyway,
was great. My grandma and my aunt still think you're cute.
Yeah.
You're the hot one,
Yeah,
as
so
they
you-
like to say.
So you got that going for you.
Yeah.
I was just annoyed that someone was giving me the runaround when they knew I was supposed to be there.
I know it's like the first time she's ever lied for you. Like what?
In my defense, like I said, I gave Casey my address. I said, this is my address. He kind of knew that was my dad's house last time, I thought.
I was like, because I thought that's where we were meeting again. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
No, I don't have.
Later in the COVID era, he was like, "Let's go smoke at my dad's house." I'm like, "Is your wife going to be there?"
No, we're going to the back house. It's okay.
Oh, it's fine then. We're good.
It was entertaining.
It's hilarious.
Listen, all I saw was shots fired at my people. I was going to do work.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. It was 30 seconds away from being Waco. We were about to be on the 6 o'clock news.
Needless to say, she called me before they arrived, and I was dying by the time they got there.
Hey girl, but she was saying something and she was trying to be part of the conversation with you, me, and you, and I, right? And I think we were
Donnie?
like,
You're out of your element, Donnie. Shut the fuck up.
yeah, yeah. Basically, you were like, Lane just looks at her and he's like, just stop. Like, you sound fucking retarded.
Well, she
You
wasn't,
don't know what you're talking about.
She wasn't
She
trying
was
to be
just
part of
like-
the conversation in a genuine way. She was trying to force herself in using some super contrived ass point of view that didn't matter, and I didn't appreciate anyway.
No,
What?
you don't say.
No.
It's like, he's just straight up, he's just like, you sound retarded. Just shut up. And it was just like, whoa. Okay. And then she did. She
I
was
don't-
like, okay,
I don't
sorry.
know that we
okay,
were
I'm
dating
sorry.
at that point.
Yeah, you guys ended up dating after that somehow.
Fair, but we weren't dating yet. Hey, C squared, how many times? Like, no. For all the reasons you can think of, and some you haven't. No. And yeah.
And then they do, and they knew they picked up.
Seem to get it. They'll just like take whatever Lane dishes out long enough until Lane gets bored and
He
then
needs
sweeps
somebody
them
as
off the
smart
table.
as him, or not, or smarter.
I just want someone that's genuine.
That is fair.
You should
Like,
going gay, bro.
God, no.
I think you need a woman from the South.
Oh yeah, one of them Southern
Like,
bells.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't
think that's
mind
what
if
you
they
need.
have fire. I just want them to be genuine. I don't
Honest.
mind hearing like that I'm an idiot, but the little manipulations and the games and like the back door, whatever, like I'm good. Like Kate, like C squared. She would just jump into conversations she knew nothing about and start acting intelligent. Like you don't know anything about this.
Oh, she's one of those we bomb China kind of girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's
Nah.
Well, we did drop a nuclear bomb on China, did we? Now.
When? When? I was
Like that's an
unaware.
amazing piece of information you just offered to the conversation.
Was unaware
Please
of this
elaborate.
historical facts. We must have skipped that chapter in history.
Remember that one? That was interesting. I remember altogether just like having to play cat and mouse with that chick to keep her away from Lane. The best wingman shit ever.
Dude,
Without hooking up with her.
like, you know what I do if I don't know anything about anything? If I think I know something about whatever, I'll talk. And sometimes I'm wrong. Fine. I'm okay with being wrong. But if I know I don't know anything about anything and I'm not just asking questions, I shut the fuck up.
And Google.
And ask questions.
And Google. Real easy.
But anyway,
Google Glass, by the way, that could have helped her out.
right
it's coming. Don't worry.
here, put these on.
No, because
Well,
you
Scott
still have to use it.
Scott had one of them. He
Did he
had
really?
one of the original ones. Yeah, he showed up with them, and he was like, I was like, what in the god awful fuck are those things? And he was like, oh, they're Google Glass, man. And I'm like, what the fuck is it? He's like, I don't know. It's like augmented reality, but I can't figure out how to use it. Brandon knows how to use it. So his son would keep coming up and pushing buttons on it so that he would know what to do with it.
Dude,
and
I
he's
have-
just walking around like, ah.
I know a couple people that wear around those Ray-Ban Meta glasses,
Really?
which freak me out a little bit.
They got automatically banned on casinos as soon as they came out.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
Google
of course they
Glass.
did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
instantly. And they're
I mean,
not hard. They're not easy to hide because there's a giant fucking thing in your
And,
face.
so the
Like,
Ray-Ban
okay.
ones are pretty discreet. Like under a hat, you'd have a hard time knowing they're wearing them because you have to see the camera on the side. Other than
Yeah.
that, they just look like the old school, like super thick black rim Ray-Bans. But
Okay.
eventually that's going to go away too, and you're not even going to be able to see the camera. It's going to be hidden like in the material.
Eventually, they'll
You're
be
gonna have
implanted
no
in your
idea.
eyes and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to have to, like, the camera systems in casinos are going to have some sort of, like, an electronic signal pickup so they can just see signal coming off the glasses when someone's wearing them at a table or something.
Or just put
Yeah.
IR blasters.
Well,
on the table.
now with the Russian hack, like, you can have them processing your slot machine, and if it knows what model slot machine and what algorithm it's running, like, it can tell you when to hit the button.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Now, it's
awesome.
got to be pretty, like, you've got to be exact.
Yes.
So it's like if you tried to do it 10 times, you might get it once.
okay.
But that's still way better odds than you're getting on slot machines
Just
generally.
letting it
Very
ride.
true.
Like, okay. Well, that's cool.
Hmm.
I like that.
Anyway, what else is going on? Cheating casinos. Cameron, did
We
you
love
see? You
that.
saw? Did we make the news in Cambodia for our little hurricane?
I don't know if he's there right now.
I think he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
Gone.
He disappeared on us again.
Gone away. It's empty. Empty.
Empty.
Yeah. It's just trees.
Only trees.
Just
Yep,
trees.
just trees.
Trees and sadness.
Sad trees.
Oh,
Oh, I thought I heard the
Yes.
Jaws theme playing.
how is the Australian?
Dun, dun,
Oh, she's
dun,
doing.
dun,
She's very happy that. She's very happy that she's going to get a bunch of fucking cutlery, I think, but
Okay.
also very unhappy that I am on the podcast. And I said to her, because specifically, I was like, well, as it turns out, every Wednesday from
Oh.
12 until 2,
Oh, look.
I am
Oh, we
on the
got a
podcast.
James.
Look who's in the chat.
Oh, look who decided to finally
Yo,
show up.
James Sargent.
Hold on, I gotta send James a video. Cam, did you? Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Oh, so I was like, it turns out that every single Wednesday from 12 until 2 for the last, I don't know how long, I'm always on the podcast. And you decided to schedule 2.5 hours worth of moving shit around town for 12 p.m. until 2:30 p.m. So quite obviously, I'm not going with you. And she did not take that well. She was like, you can just cancel the podcast. And I was like, nah, it turns out I'm not doing that. She was like, "Ugh," and then she just slammed the door and stormed out.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Strong plan, Cameron.
Yep.
Good plan.
I didn't want to move that shit anyway.
Yeah, you're just using this as an
That's hard
excuse
work.
To, yeah. Oh. We're your patsy.
We're always the patsy.
James is one of our seasonal regulars, we call him. We see him like 10, 12 times a year. That's about right.
He's a good friend.
Well,
They go down and visit.
yes.
They
Yeah,
come
he's
up and
when I
visit.
said I went down to check out the space of one of the regulars cigar shops he's opening in Vallejo. It's one of James's buddies. Oh, I mean, this part of Vallejo is nice. Like it was the shops down, right where you come in on the west side from the water, like over the bridge. You can like it's cool. It's a good spot.
Good location.
Yeah.
2 blocks from James's house.
Oh, nice.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's legit.
I did not know that.
Maybe,
So-
maybe a block and a half, if we're being honest.
What you're saying is he's gonna stroll down there at some point and just
he is gonna walk down there, maybe get a bicycle, and then stumble back after getting faded.
if he'd probably just get a golf cart.
He's
A lot easier.
Single-handedly gonna keep Ron's place up. It's gonna be funny.
How expensive is cigars over there?
California?
prices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what, like 60%?
65% wholesale tax.
Ugh,
Yeah,
that's rough.
it's pricey.
Although I think it's going to drop.
That'd be nice. We'll see.
I mean, in order for them to get to actually afford their business, it would have to drop, wouldn't it?
Ain't no tariffs.
Hurricane Tahoe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just sent him a video that I took from my office.
Yeah, I was curious about that. I was gonna message you and then you sent it in the group chat. I'm like, whoa.
The price for California.
So it was a winter storm, effectively, that was moving in north of us. And it sent just enough moisture and low pressure down to create a sweat, like I don't know what you would call it.
There's 8-foot waves.
Like a
I
like a
think-
cell.
I think it would be best described as the apocalypse.
So here's where where we went wrong, Cameron. So in the summer, almost all of our moisture comes from the southwest and moves to the northeast. And we've grown accustomed to this, right? So most of the mooring fields are built in a way for boats to account for that. Well, this came like a winter storm out of the north and moved southwest or southeast. So all the mooring fields on the south end, all the boats got pushed towards the shore, the mooring lines snapped, and then they collected on piers and on the beaches. So I think we beached like 30 boats across the South Lake that day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they were all crashing into each other and everything.
Yeah.
It was bad.
We had one group, we actually lost 8 people. So one boat off of DL Bliss capsized and only 2 of the 10 could make it to shore.
Didn't only one of them know how to swim?
I don't know.
Okay, that's something. I was hearing something about that.
It doesn't
I mean,
matter though with
yeah.
how cold that water is.
With how-
I mean,
If you're not used to it, not to mention with the 8-foot swells.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's.
I mean, my guess is they made the decision to try and get to shore when they should have turned the boat north and tried to ride it this way, like
Yeah.
using the motor to help them,
Mhm.
and then slowly moved off to shore. It was relatively close to shore where they went down.
Okay.
Shore wasn't exactly accessible. It was in one of the rocky points. So, like, even if you got to shore, unless you were at the right part of shore, there was nothing you could do.
Yeah, but it should have been calmer next to the shore, right? Or no?
The shore
Not
was-
the way it was moving.
the way
Okay.
it was. Honestly, going towards the middle lake probably would have been the best bet.
The smartest people were the people that stayed in Emerald Bay.
Okay.
Oh, because it was protected.
Shielded, shallower. The wind doesn't have the run space to create like the big swells. The people that just stayed in Emerald Bay or got into Emerald Bay quickly and like hung out there were fine.
Oh, okay. That's good to know next time it happens.
Hmm.
That's if there's enough room.
Happened was it was actually in the 60s. You remember there was like that bunch of big wave surfers showed up on
Well, the thing
South
is-
Shore or North Shore.
North Shore. That happens in North Shore about every 5 years. Because the wind in the summer predominantly comes out of the southwest. So like Incline Village is always windy.
Yeah.
Like that's where you get those wind breaks. You can actually surf them sometimes, still cold, but you can do stuff. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know anything about that. I don't float generally. I'm not afraid of water. It's just a lot harder for me to swim than other people because, again, I don't
Yeah.
float.
But reverse that. The water's afraid of Blaine.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's an exciting topic right now.
dude. Like, I don't know. We're in a weird situation on our own over here right now because Thailand and Cambodia, they've been fighting over that temple I mentioned for like 800 years or whatever. And in May, a Thai officer shot a Cambodian soldier across the border. So then they've been in a border skirmish ever since. Well, now Thailand is just as of yesterday or the day before frozen all border crossing, and they're not allowing tourists to come into Cambodia. And it's like a full stalemate at the border, which is pretty wild. And I'm like, when they're asking me about Trump and all this shit, I'm like, well, I'm a little bit more concerned about what's happened 5 hours from me than I am about what's happening in Iran or whatever. But I guess everybody's decided that he's started World War III, and this is where Lane begins.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say about this, right? Like, I'm torn.
And live from the Pentagon.
Iran
Lane.
is the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world. Like, that's a thing, right? Am I a huge fan of unprovoked warfare on the part of the United States? I am not. It seemed a bit excessive, if I'm being honest, but not completely out of line. And I don't know what the efficacy of that is. Like, it's sort of like going into a place where there are going to be people that want to be martyrs and starting a war and giving them the opportunity to be martyrs.
This isn't one of those don't start none, won't be none situations.
No, I mean, there's always going to be a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But it was like a palatable little bit,
Okay,
unless you're in Israel.
Fair.
And even then, they're pretty well protected.
Fair.
There's just so, like, these days with the whole Steve Bannon flood the networks situation, flood the feeds, there's so many, like, just completely ridiculous memes that are useless, that are all fake, and from both sides. And it's like really hard to figure out what in the fuck is going on in today's world at all, because it's just so much hyperbole everywhere about everything from every angle. It's not just like one towards the other. It's like everywhere. It's like everything against everything. Nothing is real. It's just very strange to see. And like my whole feed is, you know, because I used to run those hippie music festivals and all that stuff. It's all people. It's just like fucking everybody hates each other. Because I'm from Nevada, so I've got like all these Nevada people that are like gun-toting fucking whatever in Texas and all those things. And then on the other side, I got all these fucking hippies that I used to produce music festivals with, and they all hate each other. And it's like, it's so weird to watch. Like the climate right now, the social media climate right now is so extremely toxic that you can't get, like, we paid $250 worth of ads for our event, and we got zero traction. Nothing. Like, and so even your ads aren't getting shown because it's just so full of nonsense with people just reposting shit, you know?
Dude, unless you've got the most hyperbolic and abrasive ads of all time, no one's going to care.
So engaged on this topic, on these topics worldwide, that it's just, there is no room for you to promote your event or do your thing.
I know, I guess
I mean, even go ahead.
I think,
Sorry.
like, my point would be this. I think it's a losing proposition for both sides. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat. For the record, I am neither. But, like, the Democrats' only clear message, and it's not even entirely clear, is that Trump is bad, right?
Right.
Everything is framed, like, intentionally to make him look clumsy or garish or evil. Like, they can't present anything in relation to their actual purpose. Their only purpose is to get rid of Trump. And the Republicans, largely the opposite. The only way they're getting traction is by supporting Trump and then getting badmouthed by the Democrats. Like, neither of them have a clear purpose for the country outside of, like, the immediate situation. I don't think it goes anywhere.
That's fair.
I mean, I could be wrong, but I get so tired of listening to. I try to listen to, like, information from both sides, right? Just because. I have such a hard time listening to podcasts on the left because they can't leave out their negative editorializations of Trump.
Yeah.
Like, everything he did, and it's not clear which is which, right? Like, so you know that they're against him, but half the Democratic Party is like, he's a clown, he's a buffoon, he can barely step right foot after left. And the other side is like, he's literally evil and planning the end of the world. Like, which is it? Is he an evil genius, or does he belong on Saturday morning cartoons? Like, let's come up with a actual message.
Can't be both. You've seen Pinky and the Brain. He could be the brain, the crazy one, the insane one.
Okay. You know who Donald Trump is? I've revised this since we spoke.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was about to say, I think I know the answer, but go ahead.
He's President's group.
He is President's group. Does that make JD Vance Lord Helmet?
No, I don't think JD Vance is that cool.
Okay.
I don't know who Lord Helmet is. I don't think it's JD Vance.
Prime Minister.
JD Vance might be the chick that beamed up Scotty.
Okay. That's fair.
Thing is now, I don't know, everybody's talking about like, it's like, is there a ceasefire? Is there not? Did bombing Iran get the peace deal or something? I like, everybody's got their own opinions on everything, and none of it makes sense.
Oh, James Sargent bringing the World Bank into it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I mean, I don't think they're good countries. I don't know that we needed to bring to bear the might of the United States military to deal with it.
What else were we doing? We're bored.
That's okay. Separate issue.
No, it's not.
We got to fix our boredom.
We are bored. We got a bunch of dudes in the mid 18 to 20-year-old range who are bored.
Shouldn't that
Sitting
be like
around doing nothing? They're getting tired of drinking beer and plunking womp rats. They want to get into this.
Shouldn't this be knowledge though across the globe? Like, oh, the U.S. hasn't gotten into anything in a while.
Yeah.
Probably time to keep our head down. Let someone else call that particular disaster out.
We have stockpiles and stockpiles of freedom, and it needs to be spread, and we want to do that. We're just itching for a chance to give some democracy.
Stockpiles of freedom.
That's right. Freedom.
I think you just gave the Republicans their next tagline.
Dude, hey, you know what? I don't care. Stockpiles of freedom, baby. Let's go. All right. And then all right. And
freedom.
Now we've got the big orange Oprah going, you get some freedom, you get some freedom. Check under your chair. Guess what it is? Freedom.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect.
All right. That's it. You want some of it? Don't worry. Look, this shit's about to expire. We're going to use it. Bam. Done.
Basically the best, like the perfect picture of a movie villain. Like when he's like he's in, as in like to have a good movie villain, like or TV show villain even, like you kind of have to be sort of slightly, you have to be charismatic, slightly weirdly lovable, and also a complete piece of shit. And like,
Well,
you
and
kind of have
also
to,
an extreme caricature.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. Like if you think about like, for instance, like I don't know if you guys have ever watched Blacklist with James Spader.
Yes.
So I think that Raymond Reddington is one of the better villain characters, because he's a villain, he's not a villain, he's both at the same time. Like that's a pretty complex character to put together.
He's complex. I'm not sure you can call him a villain. I think you have to put him squarely in like the anti-hero category.
He does some good. There's more anti-hero than there is villain. He has his own agenda. And it's usually revolves around money.
Money, or things that money revolves around.
Well, you can't make their purpose too noble. Otherwise, they're not an anti-hero. They're just a hero.
Yeah, they're just the darker hero.
Otherwise, they become Robin Hood.
Yeah. This is true.
Mm.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like Hans Gruber. I think maybe he's misunderstood.
There's a knock it off. There's a difference between appreciating their screen time because of whatever reason,
Yeah.
and thinking they should win. At no point do you think Hans Gruber should get away with it.
Well, he just wanted to make some money. What, he wasn't going to do anything bad with that money. He already bought all the bad stuff with him. It was
Turns out,
fine.
in this room, the new unscrupulous villain is Casey Armstrong.
Look, if anyone gives off villain energy, it's you, my friend.
That's not even possible.
I'm a pluckish rogue.
Listen, we were watching. We didn't have the light on for a minute, and all you could see is the dark of your shadows on your face. You look like a villain in that
See,
picture.
I told you, you got to give your monologue while you're sitting there.
What were you gonna say, Cameron? So what is this discussion? Like greatest TV and movie villains?
Well, what one? Yeah, because like I was watching The Strain. Have you seen Strain?
No.
It's so it keeps popping up every now and then. It's Guillermo del Toro's vampire story.
Okay.
But I was like, all right, I'll watch it. It was on for 4 years. It's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Because it kind of adds the outbreak feel to a vampire story.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, this is interesting. But one of the guys on there who plays the villain is this like older guy in a suit. And at first you're just like, oh, he's just kind of a henchman, whatever. As his story starts to unfold, you realize that he's actually a vampire and he comes from 1940s Germany.
Okay.
And he gives this like super good monologue to the opposing older guy who knew him back when he was in camp, and they're on opposite sides of the spectrum. And he's like, I put you there. And he's like, you haven't aged today a bit, have you? He's like, I wonder what evil you had to do to get there. And he just delivers this like instantaneous evil monologue. And I was like, oh, that's a good villain. Like, I like that. Like, he came off as sort of this, like, he's just kind of like in the background, not really doing anything. And it instantaneously took over as this, oh, he's a bad guy. And I like that about a villain. I like a villain that's sort of unassuming and then all of a sudden just like has that reveal.
Well, I don't know that, but
of
here's the
evil.
thing. I don't think that person is the villain until that monologue.
No, that's what I mean. Like, you saw him
Like-
and you're like, what importance
But
does he have?
there's two components there.
Hmm.
There's the great villain,
Yeah.
which happens after,
Yes.
and there's the reveal,
Yes.
which has to be done well.
Yeah, 100%. Because you can't have a good like villain just be there, right?
Because
You
they
need
did
them
the
to-
same thing in Acolyte, but he was a terrible villain
That's true. That's true.
because it was contrived and cheeky and just terrible.
That's fair.
But I think, like, generally, a good villain, like, first, they have to be intimidating on screen for one reason or another. You have to feel some tension with, like, what you understand to be good society, right?
Okay.
And they have to have presence. Whoa,
Well, yeah. Whoa.
that hit hard.
I know, like he was yelling into it.
Yeah. Why are you
Oh.
yelling?
I didn't mean to, but what about like probably one of the best villains I think that I've seen is Christian Waltz in Django.
You think he's a villain?
You think Christoph Waltz is a villain?
It wasn't him.
Are you thinking of Inglourious Bastards?
Sorry, Inglorious, but yeah, sorry.
I'd
Yeah.
say Leonardo DiCaprio.
I was like, that doesn't
wrong,
strike me.
wrong movie.
Let's say Leonardo was
Wrong
the villain in
character.
that.
On my part.
Essentially,
I had both of them in my mind. I had Candy in my mind too, but that one's just straight up like he's so that's Candy is hilarious because he's just so stupid and so like over the top. But no, in Inglourious Bastards, I found that character to be fascinating.
No, and legitimately, the moment he comes on screen, you just know he's a bad guy.
yeah, he has that presence about him.
He just carries himself as like, ooh, like if you were in the room with that guy, you would feel dirty being in that room.
Yeah.
That's a good villain. Like if you're in the room and you're like, this guy is terrifying, villain.
You wonder how you ended up in that room because you know that there's a reason.
Yes, he
You
did
know,
pretty good
when it's
Inspector
like-
too. If we're thinking about it,
What's that?
Inspector,
Yeah.
he was a good James Bond villain.
Oh yeah,
Like I liked him as James Bond villain.
I mean, I think it's hard to classify any James Bond villain as a great villain because they're always just a little bit contrived, like on purpose.
But is that the product of just the James Bond writing structure?
Yeah, I think that's just the James Bond story.
Okay.
Generally,
Yeah,
like that's how they tell the story.
that's fair.
But the villain is always a little cheeky.
Yeah. Although Elliot Carver wasn't so bad in Tomorrow Never Dies. The news media. bad
Yeah, but
guy.
I would say that he was a little bland
Okay.
for Bond villains.
Oh, that's okay. That's fair. Ooh, what about Sean Bean? Huh? Goldeneye? Sean Bean? Huh? No? No?
006 or whatever it is.
He was 006, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was a good storyline. It was well acted. I mean it was. But you got Pierce Brosnan on the other side of it, so it's kind of hard to pull off. But
I like Pierce Brosnan, James Bond.
yeah, I think Daniel Craig smoked him pretty good.
No.
But I mean my favorite is always going to be George Lazenby.
Not Timothy Dalton?
Well, until he slapped the mustache off his face by hitting a woman.
I just like Layton's look. Like really? Really?
Got Sean Connery on air talking about like they asked him about he's like, well, every once in a while they need a little slap, you know, and that's totally fine. But then Timothy Dalton gets accused of slapping a chick, and they're like, no mustache for you, fucker, you're out. Like, you know, you're done. But yeah, to me, I like Timothy Dalton was pretty good for his couple. A lot of people like Roger Moore for his thing, but as far as villains, one of the more complex and interesting ones that I found is Hannibal.
Yeah, listen.
Is he a villain?
Yeah, 100%. I think Hannibal counts as a villain.
Yeah, which
The movies, the movie villain.
yeah.
Not
But
the TV
But
show.
when you're talking about here's the problem with the first one. He is almost an anti-hero in Silence of the Lambs. Almost.
Okay.
But at no point are you comfortable with that because he's terrifying.
All right, I'll give you that. I'll give you he does Silence of the Lambs. He is kind of because he kind of takes the back seat.
Yeah.
Like he's still
He does,
evil,
but he doesn't.
but
like he's
okay.
definitely the most evil person in the movie. But for some reason, he's choosing not to be evil in that situation.
Okay.
I think part of the Reddington character was based on that too. For whatever reason, he has this softness in his heart for certain people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that's the TV show was actually really good too. And he was a Bond villain as well. What's his name? He was the Bond villain in Casino Royale, the guy who played the television show Hannibal.
Oh yeah. The guy who played Le Chiffre.
He was pretty good, actually. The guy who cried blood or whatever. He was pretty good as Bond.
Christian says Lex Luthor, and I want to know which Lex Luthor.
Because there's a couple, and there was a terrible one.
There's only two answers for as many Lex Luthors as been.
And they are.
Gene Hackman,
Okay.
but that's more campy Lex Luthor.
That is very campy.
Like
Lex Luthor.
campy, like he's a villain, but he's very campy. And then Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor was actually pretty fucking good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gene Hackman. Yeah. 100% Gene Hackman. Yeah. Just making sure we're on the same page here.
Turns out Kevin Spacey is an actual villain, apparently.
100%. But
That's another good example is House of Cards. His character, Frank or whatever in House of Cards. That's like a character you love to hate, but hate to love. He is a villain.
That's not fair
for
though,
sure.
because he's playing a politician, and I think all politicians should be villains.
I mean, that's just part of the role, right?
That's the good, decent monologue, strange following, weird presence. Yeah, I think that covers all the check boxes for politicians. Too.
Yeah. I mean, what else is? I don't want to know about it.
Oh no.
I don't either.
Who's playing Trump though? The person playing Trump is supposedly doing a very good job.
Just fucking like him
Oh, okay. Well,
I forget who the actor is.
too.
is it Josh Brolin? He did a good. He did a good job as W.
Yeah, he
Wait.
did W.
Josh Brolin and W.
It was pretty good villain.
Yeah.
That's pretty good villain. Although I think Christian Bale's Shaney was a much better.
Oh
villain.
yeah.
that was so good.
Only seen snippets, but it looks fucking good. I love Sam Rockwell. He's great. He's one of my favorite actors.
You know what? Sam Rockwell can play a pretty decent villain.
There's a lot of decent villains. There's not a lot of great ones.
No, yeah, well, we're talking like we need to talk like great ones. And the problem is of course we know there's two that you can't pick.
Yeah, there's cheat codes for the greatest villains.
Yeah, the
in history.
the up, down, left, right, start, select of villains is
BA select start.
Darth Vader and fucking the Joker. Like
Yeah.
those are the two you can't pick. You have to pick someone else outside that
What
category.
about Palpatine?
No.
The
Because by the time he was the main villain, it was terrible.
Fair.
Well, and think about how much screen time the Emperor has compared to how many times you see Darth Vader.
And you are never more afraid of Palpatine than you are Vader.
That is
Like
true.
like think about Vader's presence every time you see him. It's ominous.
But most of the time you see Palpatine, he was
The
senator, wasn't he?
yeah, well, he's either the senator in the first three, or he's just there.
Cloak.
Like he's a hologram in Empire Strikes Back, really,
Oh yeah.
and then he just sits in the chair in Return of the Jedi. And at no point are you like, oh yeah, that guy's evil. Like he's got the funny laugh, and he shoots lightning. Ooh,
That's
come on,
the goofy
Darth
guy,
Vader.
huh?
It's Darth Vader every
Yeah.
time. Think about when Darth Vader walks in to the ship in the beginning of A New Hope, and you're like, oh shit, that's a bad guy right there. That's a bad motherfucker.
I can't remember.
The Foley art was done really well on that film as well, like the sound of the lasers and how they did that, and just in general, it's quite the. But I mean, it stands the test of time unless you watch the ones that he remade with with adding in digital effects with AI or whatever, not with AI, but with CGI.
Yeah.
Oh, those are so bad. I tried. It's just
Well, but
awful.
even like think about Obi-Wan. Like in Obi-Wan, there is a scene where he legitimately just grabs that ship with the Force as if it's nothing and just rips it to fucking shreds.
Wait, no, but dude, Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
Who plays Obi-Wan?
Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor. Like, has such innate feelings about Darth Vader that the first time he shot on scene with him in the Vader costume, he was afraid.
Yeah, he was like, oh shit.
And he's clearly in a movie and he knows the guy in the costume and it didn't matter.
Just terrifying.
But like, that's the cheat code, right? Like those are the cheat codes.
Those, I mean, yeah,
You can't.
and the Joker, like Heath Ledger is the Joker,
Heath Ledger's Joker.
Jack Nicholson is the Joker. Like, it's a cheat code.
You can't. But you have to think outside those boundaries. Like what grabs you as like the villain? Like
That. What do you think about Marcellus Wallace?
is he a villain?
He's got a redemption arc though, Cameron.
Yeah, like I
In
think
in the movie.
In order to become a better person, like it's still he's villain, and then it switches his character.
well, it's a
You know
Tarantino
what I mean?
movie. So like what's the dude from Reservoir Dogs? The guy who cuts off the ear. He's the villain in Reservoir Dogs for
Yeah.
sure.
That's just so nuts.
Can you still hear me? Like that's a good villain moment, right? Like that one. I think Josephus is not wrong though. Jenny is definitely the villain in Forrest Gump.
Right.
For sure.
But I mean, never mind.
What about
He's like this larger than life.
But he's not even the best villain in a Tarantino film. I think Bill's the best villain in Tarantino films.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, Bill from Kill Bill, total villain. And he has that.
Sandwich with the knife,
right.
and it's just like the most terrifying scene because you know what he can do with that knife. And it's the fact that he's taking the time to cut this bread perfectly for the child, and he's like showing her that he's been taking perfect care of her, and it like pulling on her heartstrings, like it's fucking evil.
Dude, we have two up here now.
What do you-
Bricktop
From
from
Snatch.
Snatch
Okay.
and the original Terminator.
Yeah, because I was about to say the Terminator, I think technically in the first movie he is the villain for sure.
Oh, it's not even close.
Not even close. But the second one, he's definitely the anti-hero.
Yeah.
So that
But
one
in
is
the- but-
complicated.
It is kind of a cheat code. However, there are points in the first one, like towards the end of the movie, where the Terminator just isn't stopping and you can feel it.
Yes. What do you got, Kev?
I was thinking about the movie One. You remember Jet Li? He plays both
Yes,
the
yeah.
villain and the hero.
Yes, the yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on that one? How do you do in that as the villain and the hero?
Wait, hold on. Don't you fucking dare bring up Face Off after this.
I was hoping.
Son of a bitch. How did you know? All right. I would say, first of all, if you're going to go Jet Li as a villain, it's got to be Lethal Weapon 4.
Lethal Weapon 4? Okay.
Because he's a pretty solid villain in that one. Doesn't really say a whole lot.
Yeah.
But he has a good presence as a villain. But in the one, I think the evil, like, alternate dimension version of Jet Li is pretty good. Like, I like that. Like, just kill myself in different dimensions to make myself stronger. I like the premise of that movie a lot. Like, I think that's one of those lost movies that not a lot of people like remember. Like,
Yeah.
I like those
It
ones.
is a good one.
You could argue too that he was also a really good villain in War, which also had Jason Statham,
Yeah.
where he played the cop who had the the surgery to make him the bad guy. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Him through.
We're-
Are you guys Rick and
I
Morty
mean,
fans?
you have to
We're
count
having a
Morty as well.
Serious conversation here, okay? If I can't bring up Face Off, you can't bring up Rick and Morty.
Because they use the whole one storyline in one of their episodes where that's what Rick is the meanest Rick. The original Rick is going around killing all the Ricks and absorbing them.
No, yeah,
different
that's just the one. That's the same thing. Yeah, but I mean, also the one we haven't really mentioned is Khan.
I was
Yeah.
waiting for you to
Right.
bring that up.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like as far as monologues go, like he has got some great monologues.
Yeah.
Like for actors who the good guy and the bad guy are never technically in the same place at the same time. Fantastic.
What about Q?
I don't think he was a villain. He's a pest.
He's just an antagonist, right?
And to Lane's credit, there is technically a redemption arc for him.
Yeah.
So that technically falls away.
I mean, there's a redemption arc for Vader, but it takes 3 movies.
Yeah. And
it really doesn't exist until the 3rd movie.
well, and could
Like,
you,
it's foreshadowed in the 2nd, but that's it.
yeah, but could you argue that the redemption is of Anakin and not Vader? Could you technically
could.
you could separate the two of them?
Yeah.
And I think you have to. I think you have to take Vader as his own character and Anakin Skywalker as his own character. And when you do that, then then you have to differentiate who's who.
Also, so my problem with the redemption arc in Pulp Fiction is also that he's not even the worst villain. Like, once you understand what the movie is, like what that first, like the scene is with the briefcase and what's happened,
Yeah,
he's not even actually the villain. Like, he's the victim.
true.
Now, he's the victim because he's evil, but he's
still,
the victim.
He's still the victim, not the villain. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone who's not Christian Slater.
All right. You saw Gamer, didn't you?
I did.
So the villain in that one, thoughts on that one? Because it was more video game style where he pitted criminals against each other, right?
Yeah.
Had to survive. Once you survived a certain amount of matches, you got to be free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did he do?
He's a decent villain. But I mean, is he really memorable?
I don't know why, but I
think that's another aspect of a great villain is you have to be like, oh, I would remember that guy forever.
Isn't it the same guy that plays Dexter?
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
No. First of all, okay, we know. Let's be fair. Ben Stiller's best villain role is in Heavyweights. Not Dodgeball. There, I've said it. We were all thinking it. I said it.
Yeah.
It's like there is no villain. It's just them being idiots that keep fucking themselves up. And it's so funny to think that movie came out right before he scored Iron Man, dude. It like in blackface, just dude. What do you mean, you people?
Is then in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is Val Kilmer the bad guy?
I don't think so.
Okay, it's just a fair question to ask.
That might be the best on-screen relationship ever.
Yeah, Val Kilmer, Robert Downey Jr., Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. If you haven't seen it, you got to, because that's so good.
I mean, what else? I don't know that the villain has to be punchy either, though. Like the warden. Well, like the warden in Shawshank is a great villain.
Okay, I'll give you that. But really, like,
And he even has moments where he doesn't think he's the villain. Like they communicate that on screen.
yeah. Okay, I'll give you the warden from Shawshank. That's a pretty solid villain choice. Yeah.
Agent Smith.
Ooh, Agent Smith is a good villain. I do.
Yeah, because he just
do
keeps
like
going as well.
that, and
And he comes back later.
He has good screen presence. When he shows up, you just know.
Well, and that like when he takes out the earpiece and he's talking to him when they've captured Morpheus.
Oh yeah,
That's a great monologue.
yes. that is his demeanor.
Yeah.
The demeanor he has, like the calmness of the things he's doing. Yes, Agent Smith, 100%. I think that's a good villain.
No Country for Old Man, Anton.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
And he's like, flip it. Flip the coin. And it's like, I need
The
to know
coin.
what I stand to lose. Everything.
That's a pretty
And he's
solid
like-
villain moment.
I mean, that villain's just
Fuck,
cold.
dude.
Would you count
Like
some
there
of
is no redemption, positive emotion.
No,
Like that is just a cold.
straight up
villain.
Straight up villain. What do you got?
Would you count some of the horror movies like Freddy Krueger?
I mean,
At some point in in one of them,
I think like horror movie bad guys are a little different.
And then, like, I guess Mike Myers is pretty bad, though. He's pretty just fucking evil.
Yeah, I mean, like the guys in Scream who play the ghost face.
Yeah.
Like those are pretty decent villains.
Yeah,
I
but-
think in the first couple, yeah, but later on,
yeah,
it just
but-
becomes
But here's the thing, right? Is that the real question is Dewey the real villain in Scream?
wasn't that scary movie?
No, Scream. So he's the cop, right?
Yeah,
But remember, there's a lot of times where he conveniently shows up when you don't necessarily see any of the other actors who play Ghostface, and you always kind of wonder, is he the real villain?
I can see that. Yeah.
I think here's my problem with horror movie villains is that they intentionally depersonify that character entirely.
Okay. We got Dean Wormsuff in Animal House is a stout villain.
Josephus Doofy.
Doofy's the one from
Doofy, yeah.
Scary Movie. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
when I was getting mixed
you were
up.
thinking Doofy, not Dewey. Yeah.
What
I mean,
about
listen,
Bane?
There's a what's that?
I was saying Bane, the Batman
Yeah.
villain. He's kind of jacked, but like in the Christian Bale one, he had a decent monologue.
Yeah, but doesn't even kind of compare to the Joker.
Well, yeah,
Not even close.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is you come after the performance of Heath Ledger, and you're just like, eh. If he had come before, that's probably a different, like, if those movies were switched and you saw, like, Bane first and you were like, oh, okay, that's pretty good. But then I still think you would still go to Heath Ledger and you'd be like, wow, he just knocked that out of the park.
What about Two-Face at that point? Because he was in the same kind
No.
of presence,
No,
but
because
like
he
Joker essentially made him in that one.
yeah, that one, no. Yeah,
But Two-Face is also, by the end, is just an agent of the Joker. He's just
Fair.
an agent of chaos, and the Joker is chaos.
How about the gopher in Caddyshack? No, I don't think the gopher's technically the villain of Caddyshack.
I'm pretty sure Judge Smales
Yeah, it's
is
Judge
the villain
Smales. That's
in
he's the
Caddyshack.
villain.
Switching
What?
over to cartoons. I mean, Scar's a good one, isn't he? from Lion King.
I mean, that's Michael Irons, man. That 100%. He plays a fantastic villain. Like his voice is just so villainy.
Yes.
Like you could put him in any villain role, and you're like, yes, I
Well,
need
listen,
him.
I don't know how you guys feel about the movies. Like they're clearly meant for children, but Voldemort is a pretty good villain.
Yeah, yeah.
The boy
Uh,
who lived.
he has the presence, right? Isn't that Ralph Fiennes?
Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes? Isn't
Yeah.
that Ralph Fiennes? Yeah. I mean, he fantastic, right? Like presence, monologue. He carries that like evil era about him. Like when he's in the scene, you're like, oh, that's a bad guy.
It's a little goofy, but
Oh yeah, see,
Yeah.
yeah.
Captain Hook from Hook.
From Hook.
Yeah, with Robin Williams.
See, I don't. Yeah, that's see again. Redemptive villains not as good as like true villain.
He's not
it.
entirely redeemed though. Like he accepts his villainhood. He just accepts the reason for it.
Okay.
I would listen. You want to go back to Batman, the Penguin in the show.
Yeah.
Like if you want to
Yeah.
talk about like for that series, like the
Yeah.
developing of a villain.
Yeah.
Like he's not the villain when it starts, and when he kills the kid in the final episode,
100%.
he is definitely the villain.
100. I'll give you. Yeah, I'll give you that. That one's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good choice for villainy.
She said in the beginning of the episode, she's like, I think he's going to kill the kid. And I was like, no.
Yeah.
And then I was like, God damn it, what had happened? You know, like the Australian was totally correct.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey in Seven.
7.
Oh, I mean that's like that's at the top of the list.
That's almost cheating if we're being fair, because that is good.
Yeah.
Like that for a villain. Oof. Like you're talking villains.
I mean, Seven is legitimately one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, I would say so.
Tyler Durden is also a pretty good villain because he is the villain in the end, you know?
True. He is the villain. I would accept that. Like he is
And there's like nothing really redeemable at the end of him. But you don't see that shit coming. I didn't anyway.
I mean, the first time you see it, I think it definitely catches everyone off guard.
Yeah.
When you're like, oh, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. Wait, he was
Like-
the same guy?
Listen, the third movie is trash, but it's also where he understands that he's the villain,
Okay.
the Godfather.
I mean, I feel like he's kind of the villain already in Godfather 2.
Yeah, but I don't think he's accepted it.
Okay. Interesting. Are they all the bad guys?
I mean, yeah, Casino is a story about bad guys.
It's just all villains, isn't it?
You know, when he's like, he catches, like, he's just, his character's so insane, stabbing guys all the time and like, just letting dude's wife give him head and the whole, he's just so bad.
Wait,
he's
wait.
And he's so gnarly.
Oh.
Hear me out.
Or is that Goodfellas?
Cheeky as fuck.
Okay.
All
No,
right,
no,
all
that's,
right,
well, that's kind of both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mostly Casino. Willie Bank.
Oh, see, I was thinking Terry Benedict, but I guess Willie Bank is definitely more villainy than
Yeah.
Terry Benedict for Oceans. 100%. It's got to be Willie Bank, which is insert Pacino.
Yeah, insert Pacino pretty much anywhere.
Like where is he not the villain? Right?
But I mean, the villain who doesn't have the character of the other guys. Like they deliver that the whole movie, right? And then they finish it up.
True.
You shook Sinatra's hand.
You should know better.
Yeah.
What about Heat?
Mm,
Is De Niro more the villain?
I don't know.
That's
This is my
that's
problem
a hard
with
one,
Heat.
right?
Like, I don't know who the villain is in here. I really don't.
Yeah, that's the problem. You think it's De Niro because he's a criminal?
Right.
Okay, I mean,
Given his character.
all right, that's a fair argument, I guess, because he's the bank robber. You would have to go with De Niro,
Mastermind.
but just on principle, right? Okay, but it's a very close line. Ed Norton's the bad guy in the Score. 100%. He doesn't do.
Wait,
Oh, see, oh.
pretty good. But it's like, I would almost say at the end, like it's a great reveal, but his villainhood is knocked down a notch.
Because it's all made up.
Yes.
Okay. Killing me, Christian. You're killing me.
Just gonna sit here.
You're killing me, man. That's like saying is Ben Affleck's character the bad guy, the villain in Dogma?
Oh,
I know you.
Or is it more Matt Damon?
Hmm.
all right. We've gone too far.
When you hit those, shit, I was about to bring up Golem.
Cartman is a good
He
villain.
is.
Yeah, I'll give you Cartman. That's 100%.
The part with Scott Tenorman.
Oh yeah.
When he feeds him his own parent. Oh, the sweet taste of tears.
No, it's tears of unfathomable sadness. As he's licking him off his face.
Oh man.
Oh, that story. My uncle, my grandfather, who I never met because he died before I was born. My uncle used to have they had all kinds of farm animals and stuff, and my uncle had this goat named Pierre that he raised from like a tiny little thing, bottle fed it, and hung out with it every day, all the time. And then one night they're eating stew, and my grandfather's like, "So Dwayne, how do you like this? How do you like the stew?" And he's like, "It's so good, it's really good." And he's like, "Oh, that's your best friend Pierre." And when my uncle Dwayne, it traumatized him so badly that he became a villain for the rest of his life. I'm not even joking. My Uncle Dwayne is a perfect villain, bro.
Wow. That's villain. That's villain move right there. 100%.
I almost did that with a guinea pig.
Just look on my Uncle Dwayne's face, and where he decides to go from fucking face to heel, he's just like, I'm gonna kill everything on earth.
Who's the villain in Crimson Tide?
I don't know that you have one.
You don't think Gene Hackman's a villain?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. He just plays that role.
I think
close enough?
I think he's the antagonist. I don't think he's the villain.
Ah, okay. Okay. Interesting.
In The Hunt for Red October, I know who it is.
That's a good question.
I'm like, does this movie have an ending? Where the fuck is this going? Like, what is this?
What are we doing here?
It turns out the real story is a lot more interesting than Red October,
Yeah.
because we built a specific boat to go find a submarine, and we used Howard Hughes as the patsy for it, and we said, this is something you would build, so just go with it. And he said, yeah, sure. We built a boat that opened from the bottom and had a crane arm to pick up a sub that they lost on the ocean floor. We picked it up. It broke in half. We kept half of it. It was a terribly failed, government thing we did. But it turns out that after we got it and someone asked about it, That's where the saying "I can neither confirm nor deny any of these events" came from.
Yes.
Yeah, he is
He is both the protagonist and the antagonist, depending on what scene you're watching.
You can almost have two separate movies. That's really good. That's a good point. I like that.
Anyway, do we want?
I that you could argue that.
We got about 20 minutes left. We want to wrap up the cigars
what
and
do we got?
whiskey.
What do we got for the whiskey? 'Cause you drank all of two.
Yeah, two. Okay, so I really for $35, one's incredible,
Not terrible.
easily drinkable,
Like
not amazingly complex.
no, but
from
it's good.
age, but the way that they finished it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And for $35, it's probably damn near an unbeatable bottle.
I can't argue with that.
That was the
The
Prideful Goat.
piggyback.
No, the
Piggyback.
piggyback.
Okay.
That one, the Prideful Goat. My contention is the same. It's not worth $90.
Yeah.
It's
No.
not bad. It's not worth $90.
Okay.
I think it's worth.
45.
Yeah.
I was gonna say 50, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
right
you're
around there.
right.
I like
there.
45.
Yeah.
The second whiskey is clean and bright. It has all the rye notes. Like, it's really good. I don't think it's amazing. I don't think it's over $100. I think it's probably in the $80 range.
I was gonna go 70.
And I think it's worth every bit of that.
Yeah.
I go for that too, yeah. 75, 80,
Yeah.
right around there.
Because
I feel like we paid more for it though.
You think so?
I feel like I paid more for it.
Oh, is this one of yours?
What do you think?
Yeah, I just by that I can tell that it's one of mine. Just
Okay.
that little flap there.
All right.
Let's see what it is.
Yeah. What is it? I'm curious.
Oh, actually, it wasn't that much. Now that I look at it, it was about $100 is what I paid for it.
Okay.
It's the Hemingway. 102
Really?
proof.
That's the Hemingway?
Yeah.
Really?
The Hemingway is much better than I gave it credit for
Oh,
when
yeah.
we tasted it.
Wow.
That's really
I
good.
had that the other night and I couldn't guess what it was.
Yeah. I mean, the last time I had it is when you opened it up in here
Yeah.
almost a year ago.
So
But yeah, bright, clean, like some cool bubblegum notes, like really good.
Yeah. Tasty. You got some cigars, Kevin?
I do.
What do you got?
And I accidentally popped it up when I was setting up the
I
screen.
saw it briefly, but what do you got for us?
All right, so the first one, I just like it because it's an interesting name for a cigar company first.
All right.
The cigar company is the Drunk Chicken.
I think I might be out already.
What's the drunk chicken?
Yeah, it's called the
Oh.
Drunk Chicken. This is their this right here is their
Oh wow.
logo.
Oh wow.
Smoking a cigar,
Wha-
bottle on the ground. Like, I mean, that drew me in just off of that.
So good.
That's pretty good. All right. What is the
So I don't have a picture of the cigar.
Okay.
This is just the kind of like the image they chose for what they were saying it was.
Mhm.
So
I mean, I don't hate the construction.
it's called the Henchman.
Yeah.
So the Drunk Chicken, the cigar, the Henchman, is a 6x54. You can get it in just that size.
Okay.
It is a Nicaraguan Connecticut seed wrapper covering a binder grown in Nicaragua and Nicaragua.
I mean, it's a puro. It's
It's
a
a puro.
It's a
Yeah.
Nicaragua. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Nicaraguan double Lajero filler.
Ooh.
So it
I'm-
shows up kind of like,
Really curious what that would do with a Connecticut wrapper.
right?
right?
That's almost
Like it's
worth-
kind of like hiding itself. It's like,
It's-
oh, this looks nice. It's
Double Hero
mellow.
filler. It's got to be pricey.
Yeah, and then it's not that pricey actually.
No, 16.
12.
Oh.
I mean,
Uh,
I would definitely try that for 12.
20
for
count
12?
box. She says the owner, which is Desiree Silver, says, like a true henchman, this cigar is an unexpectedly bold, loyal to its purpose, and unwavering in its power. It may appear refined, but once you light it up, you'll understand it's here to make a statement.
I mean, I would smoke it.
Yeah.
And
we gotta be my head to find this.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And like, they put out, what was it, 250 boxes, but they're talking about making it like a permanent staple.
Okay.
So if I would have had an image for that, it would have been nice.
Yeah, I'm curious what the box looks like.
Let's see. My next one,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna click over, and it is the Aganorsa
You gotta go.
Leaf
Oh,
Anniversario
Oh. Oh,
25
yeah.
year.
Oh yeah.
Let me
I mean,
pull
the
up the
silver,
information.
the silver Anniversario is the reason we have Aganorsa in here.
True. So look at that though.
Yeah.
That's presentation.
I mean, they're doing
It's
a really
nice.
good job.
They usually do a really great job with their stuff.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Is this a Connecticut wrap? What is it?
So this one, let me get it pulled up again, is a 6 1/4 by 52 Tora Extra. Is made entirely of Nicaraguan tobaccos from
Mhm.
Aganorsa.
Okay.
The price is kind of steep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their limited stuff is not
Yeah,
cheap.
Agnorsa is a little.
It's
up there.
about 30 a stick.
Oh.
1,000 boxes were made,
Ooh.
10 cigars. Individual stores can only buy 5 boxes.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That means everybody can get a chance to get some.
Yeah, and it seems like a nice cigar from the looks of it. Like it's really pretty. This is the box. The box looks really nice.
Oh yeah, look at that.
10 count? Yeah, yeah.
10 count,
10
really nice
count.
looking.
Clean.
They don't really have too many any notes. They didn't say what the notes were.
Age. Lots of age.
Yeah.
Lots of age,
Incredibly
probably.
smooth.
Pure Nicaraguan age.
Yeah.
There was a little blip about 1990s. Fernandez went to Nicaragua, started Aganorsa, which is also the leader in today's tobacco and pork industries.
Mhm.
I didn't know the pork industry thing.
I mean, okay, looking at this cigar though, right? You're talking about Padron Anniversario pricing.
Yeah,
But I would get that instead of a Padron at least once to try it.
100%.
For sure.
100%.
But it's a nice looking cigar, and I
Yeah.
would love to try that at some point if we
Oh.
ever get a chance to get a box.
I will see if I can get us a box.
That one came out April 25th.
Okay.
So there's a
perfect.
chance-
yeah,
There's still some around.
There's
solid
a chance.
Yeah. Especially with limited purchasing. Like,
And Aganorsa is not the most commercially sold brand, so there's
Ouch.
probably still some around.
oh yeah.
For sure. All right, and our next one is a Adventura Blue Eyed Jack's Revenge cigar. It's a decent looking cigar.
Stogie, the Corojo Reserve from Aganorsa?
This is. Were
I'm
you-
asking.
Yeah.
If that's what he's talking about, I literally smoked one tonight when I got here.
yeah, the
It's li-
Corojo is so good.
Yeah.
It's so. I've seen this floating around though, Kev.
Have you?
This one,
I think I've seen a different. I haven't seen this color.
I think it's at Ruiz.
Yeah, I've seen this band though.
So this one is a blend of Mexican San Andreas Maduro wrapper, Dominican binder, and all Dominican filler.
Okay.
Debuting in 6.5 by 50.
Not
It's
terrible.
it comes as a Bellicoso right now,
Yeah, I
and-
mean,
and a Toro.
when done right, San Andreas can be really good. I would smoke
Oh,
it.
look at that box.
That
It's a
box
nice
is-
box.
that's-
Oh,
they did a good job.
That's
with
a
that.
box.
So
right
it's
Look
a
at
there.
this. He goes, yeah. The Corojo Reserve. Yeah, it's a phenomenal cigar.
Oh,
So that
so
one's a
good.
20 count box. Their other one with the Bellicoso is a 10 count box, 21 a stick.
All right, that's not terrible.
And it includes an exclusive pirate coin.
I feel like that's
Ooh.
something we would find at Ruiz.
It's got to be Ruiz or Tinderbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nicole Coble says its release is a small batch special edition, essentially. That is
Okay.
so loud. What are you doing out there? You quit breathing into the mic so loud. Was it wrong?
Yeah, we got some stuff we got to find, Casey.
yeah, we're gonna track some of these
But
down.
yeah, these look like great cigars, and they sound pretty awesome to try.
Yeah, no,
This one they said it has spice, hints of vanilla, and finishes with a leather and peppered tone, a peppered kick at the end.
Okay.
Oh,
So yeah,
and you said it's mostly all Dominican, so I wouldn't
Yeah.
expect that from Dominicans.
I was surprised
Okay.
about that too.
We might have to find this. Okay.
Really excited for the drunk chicken though. Like Like that right there. That is like
the drunk chickens where it's
I
at,
like the
man.
logo that they redid it. If you go to the cigar to the other logo,
yeah.
you can see they redid the logo in the monochrome
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That logo's cool as shit.
Yeah, with the spilt bottle and everything.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to find that just to have it on the shelf.
I'm excited for that one. I want to try that.
I like it, man.
Apparently, this is one of their lines. They have a couple other ones, but the tobacco, they're an American company.
Okay.
They have Aganorsa tobacco
so it's
rolled in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Aganorsa.
it's the Aganorsa Double Ligero. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is being rolled in Nicaragua. They didn't disclose the location where it's being rolled, though.
If it's probably being done at the AJ factory.
yeah. So,
More than likely.
Which hopefully, because that means the quality control is legit.
And
yeah.
his hands are in it at this point.
yeah, that's got to be in Esteli.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have to find this. Good job, Kev.
I know.
Sorry, we had to do some proper consumer advice.
That's right.
Yeah.
Smoke cigars for sure. Like
Right.
Yeah, it's a shame you have no access.
I might I mean, depend. So the guest house and bars opening, high season's coming down the line, down the road. Most of my investments are going to be here, so I probably will eventually open a shop, like a proper shop. But I'm going to wait until I find the right space and the right connections and all that shit. You know, the right customs connections to
So
be
they-
able to.
Yeah,
I mean, you
that's
can
like
get
getting
the
it.
stuff there. I don't know. I mean, not maybe in Cambodia.
I was
But
curious if they made their own
They've
cigars
got
too.
they've
Because
got great shops in Bangkok.
yeah, I was curious if they had their own shops, like make their own. Because even the Philippines, they have their own cigar that they make.
Yeah, no, I know you can't go down there to get them from their camera, but I'm saying like not far away from you, they have legitimate access to cigars. There's got to be a way to get them another few 100,000 miles, whatever it is.
Right.
I think we're about 8 hours from Bangkok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's got to be
But
a way.
the problem is right now all trade is locked at the borders between Thailand and Cambodia. No,
Well, but I
no
don't
trade
think,
is allowed.
but like those cigars don't necessarily have to come from Thailand. They're coming to Thailand from somewhere.
Yeah.
And see if they may well have a Cambodian-made cigar, and I'll see if I can find one.
Yeah.
That'd be cool to test out and smoke here. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. So, well, anyway, guys, I guess the camera's probably gonna die, isn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna
Yep.
lose this Sony, which I have to replace at some point, but
One day,
All
it's
right.
got a 2-hour limit.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
but at
cool.
least it's lasting now.
Yeah, it's almost done for sure.
It's close.
Anyway, Cameron, you got anything else?
I think I've lost like 20, 25 pounds. I can't wear the same pants anymore. As like a month ago, I was a 38. Now I'm probably like a 34.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
Just
Hey.
stopping drinking beer.
And
That's
the,
it.
And the heat.
Yeah, the heat. Yeah,
Didn't do
you're
shit.
sweating it out.
Sweating down.
Yep. But yeah, other than that, just cruising along. We'll be back on the podcast next week with some more fun stuff to talk about. So
Right on,
thanks
bud.
for having me, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Enjoy your week in Cambodia.
I will.
Gentlemen, anything you would like to close out the show with?
San Dimas High School football rules.
And on that note, if you liked what we did, do YouTube things. We'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.